wanted to know her list. I want to know.
Addresses?
I needed to know. I have to.
Oh my God.
If Peter, Paul, and Patrick can say that they done been with your woman, that value has went down.
Right.
Rivah TV. What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video. So this clip has been going viral all over social media. It is from Cam Newton's Funky Friday podcast, in which he was interviewing Katie from My Wife and Kids, okay, actress Parker McKenna. And they talked about a multitude of things in regards to relationships. And there was one conversation that they had in particular talking about basically, a woman who has a lot of partners prior to her getting into a relationship and how that compares to a man, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and press play, pause play, then give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, and my opinions on this entire conversation.
Men laugh at other men who take women that they've been with serious. It's like, what you got with?
Had that.
Been there, done that. Other women may try to say that same type of time. Oh, babe, I've had that. No, babe, you ain't had them like this, though.
The thing is that, this is the beginning of the conversation, right? And there's a vast difference between, a man being in relationships or being in a relationship with a woman and, knowing that, there's men out there that have experienced her in a certain type of way, because a lot of men will feel like maybe they were that one, or they were the best, or, based off of how she was maybe acting. And it's not the same thing when a woman was in a relationship, is in a relationship with a man, and a man has experienced different women. It's two vastly different things. Because sometimes a woman being in a relationship with a man that has a multitude of experience with other women, unconsciously makes that more alluring. Because it's like, oh yeah, like I'm with the man who's most wanted, and so I want him. It's a completely opposite, different thing for a man. They do want a woman that's obviously attractive, but not that everybody's been there and done that.
It's in a man's nature to desire a woman or to desire women. It's in your innate nature to be like, dang, she look good. Why your woman is there? That's in a man's nature to just be like, yo, she is a good looking woman.
I mean, this is even biological. Okay. A man, just a primal instinct. He could impregnate, as many women as he wants in a 12-month span or even a 9-month span. And a woman can only get pregnant once. And, just so instinctually, right? That is just the differences between us. That, where a man can do or even has the desire to do, it's very different than a woman's biological nature. So it's more than just aesthetics and desire, but even that primal thing within them when it comes to even just procreation, we're vastly different.
That's not to say that you want to pursue her. Now, a woman may say the same thing and says, that dude looks good. Cool. The thing that makes any woman valuable is her being a virtuous woman.
What is a virtuous woman? A woman who's trustworthy, a woman who's honest, a woman who respects herself, is respectful, a woman who is held to high regard and high esteem, a woman who carries herself in a certain way, a woman who leaves things to the imagination, a woman who commands respect anywhere she goes, not even because of the things that come out of her mouth, but just her aura alone. Men are drawn to that. Children are drawn to that. Other women are drawn to that kind of energy, that firm, feminine energy, unshakable. It's comforting to literally everyone around them. When a woman is in her rightful space and in her rightful energy, it is comforting to literally everyone. Everyone.
If Peter, Paul, and Patrick can say that they done been with your woman, that value has went down.
Right.
This is what we call a double standard.
It is.
Because if Patricia, Pam, and Pauletta been with your dude, your man has more value.
100%. We see it all the times. How many women are on social media, proudly proclaiming to be sister wives with men of a certain status, just because of his looks or his charm or whatever it is? They have no problem with that. And again, it almost makes him more, desirable, because it's like, ooh, all these people have this woman or want this woman. I'm sorry, all these people want this man, And I'm the one that has him. You know, I'm the woman that gets to have and experience this man in a certain way. And it's so opposite. The other way around, it's so opposite. Like, if every man has experienced that woman, it's a difference if they want to just go on it for the experience. But for somebody that they want to have on their arm and be their wife, it's not a good feeling.
Why? They look at you as to say, you got something that they wanted.
Right.
A purse,
Right.
a car, an outfit,
Right.
a house. No. This is really what's going to kill them. The life.
You don't even got to be none of that, Cam, because there's men who are not buying no purses, not buying no car, they're not buying no house, and women are still jealous if that man gets into a relationship with another woman beside themselves. Sometimes it's just the intimacy. Okay, let's just keep it 100%. Sometimes it's the women knowing that, you know, they're getting that intimate part that I like.
Pam, Pauletta, Patricia, see that you got a man that they was with, but you got the good version.
So he did gut punch. It's facts. Facts. Miserable. You know, can't believe it. Sick. Throwing up. Okay? To know that, you know, they wanted him for the long haul. They wanted him to be the one to get right with them. They wanted to be the one that you know, was chosen, and he chose somebody else. That's why they all on the internet bitter, talking about how they can't stand men right now. That's the same reason why.
With Paul, Peter, John, and Jabbar.
Mm-hmm.
If they see me with the girl that all of them hit, I'm the laughing stock.
Of course.
That's the point that I was just trying to make.
And there's so many women who have the mindset like, oh, well, what's the difference? Well, why can't we do? Or, oh, you know, why you shouldn't feel small? That's just, it is what it is. And so I can't have a pass. Nobody's saying that. But the reality of the situation is that men do not want to, you know, men are conquerors naturally. Men don't want to conquer a woman who has already been conquered a multitude of times. It takes the thrill out of it. You know, it's nice to have something that's exclusive that only you have. And like, you know, men can desire her, think that she's beautiful, think that she's interesting, whatever. But the fact that they don't know what that space even feels like. It's a different ball game. Very different ball game.
Like 3 girls, 3 men, same situation. That's the double standard. Am I saying that this is okay? No, I'm just giving you an example of
How do we change this, though?
It will never. See, that's the thing. When you start hearing online, it will never change.
There's no need to change the double standard. There should be no desire to change the double standard. Women are trying to make it happen. They're trying to make it catch. It's not going to catch. Okay? It's not a thing. Because it's not innately right. This is only women following men. A lot of times, the most of the issues that I see on a consistent basis are women trying to compete with men by being men. But why is the focal point of women not on how to be a better woman or what it even means to be a woman? Some women believe that what it means to be a woman is to act like a man in a feminine body. It's not it. It's to be the balance of that man. It's to have a certain level of understanding. Even just the traits of a virtuous woman. A lot of women don't even know the traits. Can't even think of it offhand.
Double standards are here to stay from BC
So in the time.
to afterlife.
After time.
Double standards are here. They're not going anywhere. There's certain things that women can do that men could never. There's things that men could do that women could never.
100%. 100% agree.
I wanted to know her list.
Of who she.
I want to know. I
addresses?
needed to know. I have
Oh
to.
my God.
And I'm going to tell you why, though. I want to know. Because before I sit up here and really keep moving and elevating our relationship, I want to know who got one up on me.
Now, this is the clip that made its rounds. Okay? This was indeed the viral clip. And I want to talk about this because I had this conversation a couple of years ago. I don't remember who I had the conversation with. And I have always had this idea, right? This is just my personal opinion. I'm not saying that it's going to work for everybody or that everybody should do this, but this is my idea. When you are in a relationship with somebody, a committed long-term relationship, somebody, you know that this is, you know, who you're with, who you're committed to. You guys have gotten through, the vetting process. This might even be a part of the vetting process. I believe it is important to be forthcoming of the truth for so many different reasons. There should not be any man anywhere that has anything over the man that you were in a relationship with. There should not be any man anywhere that knows more about you or your situation than the man that you're in a relationship with. So I completely understand Cam Newton's mindset and agree with the sentiments that if you are in a relationship with a man, there should be no man that he is standing in the same room with that you have been intimate with, talked to, flirted with, that he has no idea about. I think it's a lack of respect. It is. And you're leaving him vulnerable out there to a situation that he is not even aware of.
And if I'm willing to take on that burden, because why I want to know, if you had any type of relationship, intimacy, experiences with people that I really know, I need to know that. I'm owed that.
Now that goes without saying. Okay, that completely goes without saying. If you're in a relationship with a man and it's possible that you have, been with, talked to, hook up with, or even flirted with people that are in his inner circle, that should have been the first conversation. Once you know that, you need to bring that to him so that he can see if he wants to move forward, if he wants to, get in deep. Because imagine he doesn't know that you're in a relationship, things are building, and now he's like, bringing you around the family and all these things, and you already knew, and you didn't tell him. Now he's all in deep, embarrassed, humiliated. For what? Just a waste of everybody's time at that point.
Because if you don't give me that, you got me, hey y'all, this is my girl, and you got somebody over there in that corner like, that nigga don't know.
And it is humiliating. And people would be laughing. People would laugh. Knowing men and knowing how men operate, you would know that men would laugh. And people talk about an insecurity or whatever. It's not even about an insecurity. It's about the know-how. He didn't say that he wouldn't deal with it. I mean, obviously, if it's somebody in his friend group, probably not. But he's just saying he just wants to be aware. So he knows the situations that he's getting himself into. It's important to have that because, it is going to be a situation where a man will feel like he has a lot over you because he been had your girl and you don't know about it. And now it's like a secret between the girl and the man, and now they keeping secrets. So it's like, oh yeah, I still own you, because if you can't tell him about me, then maybe you still want me.
What's up, my boy? You good? She bad, ain't she? Yeah, that's mine. Baby, you want some juice? You want some punch?
But you're a special man because a lot of niggas, they're too insecure to actually really hear that shit. You're a special man.
That has nothing to do with insecurity. But this is what I want women to understand.
I don't think that men are too insecure to want to hear it. I think that if in any case, any kind of insecurity would be brought up, because I'm not going to say 100% of the time that there's never going to be any kind of insecurity involved. I mean, if you're talking to a guy, let's just be real. Right? If you're talking to a guy or dating a guy who, worked at maybe the bank and your ex is, the biggest boss that we've seen thus far, okay? There might be some kind of like, oh, like if I buy you this little gift, you might be just trying to play me or thinking it's a joke because you're used to this. And so there might be little instances, not all the time, right? That might pop out. So I'm not going to say that, but again, I think it's more of not that these men don't want to know. I think men don't have a problem knowing. The thing is that a lot of women are the ones who are not forthcoming with the information. A lot of women just lie. Okay? They make it seem like everything was fairy tales and roses, and, they try to, make their experiences seem more grandiose than they actually were. Or they make it seem like they were like, in the house and they have nothing to tell whole time. Rap sheet is long.
If she had been with somebody that was close to me, I would have had to respectfully, I'm not there yet. I can't.
Not that grown yet.
I can't carry that weight yet.
Right.
You cool, you're beautiful, but baby, that's my teammate.
I don't even know if that's mature. I mean, if you know somebody and you have a close proximity with somebody and, that's somebody's ex, it's just a sticky situation. I wouldn't even go around that. I mean, that's just preference. It depends on how close you guys are or how deep that person has moved on, whatever it is, because that's just kind of like a conflict of interest, to be honest.
Baby, we see each other too much. We in the same rooms. And even though he a good dude, my ego is gonna be, yeah.
And it's almost like every time your girl comes there and the two of them lock eyes or she says hi, whatever, it's going to be like, are y'all reminiscing? Are y'all thinking about that other night? Are y'all, you know, it's just that's a weird space to be in.
And that's the man's superpower, if given the right way. See, that's the thing. People always say, oh, he's narcissist because he got an ego. No. Baby, a man's ego can make a relationship.
Yes.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Correct.
So that thing that makes me great, that protection, that bravado, when I walk around with my chest high, and I know my woman is next to me, and I know that she's giving me the respect to say, hey, baby, I'm coming to you pure. I've been with this person, that person, that person, this person. That's cool.
Again, it's the willingness to be able to be forthcoming with the information. That makes a difference. It's the willingness to be able to tell the truth, undoubtedly, and put it all out there to say, hey, I'm here, I'm bare, just like you. So I'm telling you everything so that you know everything that comes with me, my past, you know, all of the above.
There can be some people that it's just too heavy to bear.
Right.
And I think women need to understand that. Well, y'all out here just hanging out. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? You don't hit my friend. Why you can't
Yeah, but I think that's, you know, again, it has to be understandable. There's some men who are gonna care and say, no, I can't. Some men that's gonna say, I don't care, whatever. I'm just glad you told me. And, you know, but it has nothing to do with it trying to be a competition of, well, how come you could do it and I can't do it? I mean, there's some women who wouldn't want to be with somebody who their friend was with or whatever the case is. That's a much more seldom situation. But, you know, it does happen, and everybody has the right to their preferences, to what they prefer. But again, the difference in these situations is, again, the willingness to be forthcoming with the information.
I get that. My issue is that a lot of men say that they can handle it, or like they're okay. I've never had to give anybody my fucking list ever in my life. That is crazy, but maybe it'll happen someday.
But that happened.
I won't feel bad sharing it though.
And that's the important part. You know, she's been in different relationships and in different spaces, and she's never gotten to that space. And I think the reason why women don't like to be in that space is because it's a very vulnerable space to be in, right? Because you're like, oh, I'm putting it all out there. This guy can judge me for my past. He cannot want to be with me. It can ruin my chances. But being authentic and building an authentic relationship from the ground up, you'll never regret that. Because if that person really wants you for you and really want to be with you and you want them to love you, you know, authentically, they need to know you authentically and know where you're coming from authentically and know your past authentically. So I agree with him. Okay? I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Does it matter to you? Are you forthcoming? Let me know your thoughts on this entire conversation in the comment section. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.
Rivah TV.